Good morning. This is day 2 of healing after that flare-up, which happened yesterday. That video just posted was yesterday. So you can still see this like redness, but the flakes have gone pretty much. So the main thing is to reduce the redness. That's the main inflammatory symptom. Obviously you also get itchiness, dryness, and sometimes it gets really bad, And obviously this can happen in other areas of your body. But the thing to remember is the main problem we have with eczema is just the severe lack of education and misinformation that we get from when we go to see people or from what we hear. The truth is that what's causing it's your immune system, but there's nothing wrong with your immune system. Autoimmune disease doesn't exist. It's just something they made up because doctors didn't know what to do about it and they had no idea how to treat it. Your immune system, my immune system, is responding. When I get symptoms, it's responding to an actual threat. It's responding to something and it's going, hey, I don't like this. And it's sending out an inflammatory response and it's manifesting as eczema. So I just wanted to clarify that, because if you think there's something wrong with your immune system, like I did for like 10, 15 years, maybe even 20 years, I was convinced after going to all the doctors and dermatologists, after visiting forum after forum, after like trying diet after diet, after doing absolutely everything I could possibly do. I was, of course, like most people are, convinced that your immune system's out to get you, but it's not. Your immune system is actually doing its job 100% when you get symptoms. All right? And in your case, in the case of people who have eczema or dermatitis, atopic dermatitis, doesn't really matter what kind of chronic skin condition you have. That manifestation is your immune system going, hey, you put something in the body, I'm recognizing what that is, and I'm sending out a response. It's not the only response that immune system has. The immune system will also respond in terms of like people with arthritis. For most people, like a lot of people, if you drink a lot of alcohol, the next morning your joints are going to swell up. That's inflammation. That's inflammation of your bones. So you don't only get inflammation on your skin, you also get it in your joints, in your ligaments, in your muscles, and it also affects your organs. So heart disease, these other conditions are also linked. Anyway, that's a topic for another video. So just keeping it to the eczema, just understand that your immune system is fine, it's doing its job, and you're getting a manifestation of something that is not okay. And you need to figure out what that is and then remove it. And I would like to think that I have most of those answers, if not all of them. But then, there's always room for discovering something new. So, but I have spent a lot of time finding out, like ridiculously in depth of what could possibly cause your issues. And I've done a ridiculous amount of scientific information and studying that is actually been overwhelming. But anyway, the last thing I want to address, because this is a long video today, the last thing I want to address is when you think that you have a predisposition to eczema and that your problem is your DNA or your structure or just who you are. Like, God just gave you this thing where you have eczema and it doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to have it. Well, the thing is, God gave that in different forms to some people get obesity, some people get heart disease, some people get liver disease, some people get eczema, some people get arthritis. Like, it changes. So in other words, it's mostly inflammatory foods. If you have inflammatory foods or substances, it's going to kick up a reaction differently for different people. So for different people, the manifestation is different depending on what their DNA or genetic factors are. Just call it genetic factors, okay? So your heritage might be that you're predisposed towards getting symptoms of eczema when you do silly things for your body, but it also might be that you're predisposed towards diabetes when you do silly things for your body. And guess what? Diabetes is curable, just like eczema is curable, just like heart disease is curable. Curable is I say curable because I know that I can get my skin back to normal, and I know that I can get anyone's health back to normal who suffers from these conditions, including cancer. A lot of the cancers that people get are easily preventable, and there's a lot you can do even if you do have cancer to ensure that you don't get it again. So the thing to remember is that we're more trying to manage something that we have. And in the beginning, you might get a bit of information like, cut out dairy or don't have wheat, or, etc. Sugar's bad. But the thing is, even if you go on a vegan diet, or even if you just go on a carnivore diet, or, there's this guy called Chris Gardner who's got a Netflix documentary out, and some of you might have watched it, but he basically compares two ineffective diets against each other. And this is a guy who's supposed to be the guy in terms of nutrition. He's got 30 years plus of experience in diets, but he still doesn't know what he's doing. And this is the case for people with PhDs in dermatology. Like, they just do not know what they're doing. They can't heal you. Okay, so the thing is, you want an effective diet. You want something that reduces symptoms. Something that is non-inflammatory. So that's what I have. Is in essence, what I have is a diet that is non-inflammatory, but more than that, it's also antioxidizing and encourages anti-mutagenic activity and all kinds of complex words, basically to get your system and your whole body to be working at its optimal level so that you don't have any manifestations of illness. So the thing is, you might try one or two different things like taking out dairy and whatever, but it's not enough. My point there is just that it's not enough. You need to have more information. You need to have more clear, specific details about what to do and what not to do that are going to give you results. And that's what I've put together. That is my work. I've been a teacher. I was a music teacher for many, many years, teaching mostly children, young children, but also teenagers and some adults. And as a teacher, the thing that I've always been big about is that I just want to get people to, in my instance, learn how to play guitar. Learn how to play drums, learn how to sing, learn how to be able to play the songs they want to play. So I only use the music theory there as a tool to get people to be able to do what they want to do. And it's the same approach that I'm going to use in health, because I don't want to give people unnecessary scientific or health information if it's not practically useful. If it's not going to actually benefit you or improve your condition, what's the point? So that's why I do not agree with so much of this extra study that people do or go into details, unless I know, for instance, if I'm studying signal transduction pathways, I'm studying a very specific branch because it has a specific effect on people's health. So, I try to keep it to what's actually going to work the best. So for people that want to get better, first understand that the root causes of your condition are mostly linked to what you're consuming. You are what you eat. But there's also other factors like environmental, and sometimes stress, things like sleep, which need to be addressed as well. And you want to learn specifically what you can do. So as a teacher, everything in my book, everything in my coaching, I'm just going to be giving you exactly what you need to know to get better. And, if you want to find out more, you can. But I just want to keep it simple as humanly possible. And this is like a 10-minute video, but hopefully you guys have been able to stick around to the end. And yeah, reach out to me if you've got any questions, or yeah, if you'd like to find out where you can get my book, or if you'd like to, I've got a few different ebooks available and they're very useful. For instance, I do a lot of gluten-free baking and cooking, so I have a lot of recipes of my own that are amazing, like pizzas, pastas. I mean, one thing I love to do very regularly is make pancakes, and these gluten-free pancakes, sugar-free as well, actually heal eczema fast because I put in flaxseed powder, and flaxseed powder has like some of the best soluble fiber in the world. It really clears out and detoxifies everything bad in your system. Excellent for your liver, as well as omega-3. And I combine that with other things like hemp seed protein. And so a lot of the foods that I make are gonna heal you like quick. And they taste amazing. They, in some cases, I've given these foods to kids and teenagers, and they go like, "Wow, this is amazing." I can't even tell the difference between this and something with gluten. So that's also been my mission, is to make foods that are not only going to help or solve your health condition, skin condition, but also you're going to enjoy them. And so anyway, if you'd like to find out more about my recipes, you can also get hold of me. And I'll send you, I've got like a 2-week anti-inflammation meal plan, and thousands of recipes. And then of course, the best thing to do is probably going to be the coaching. So if you want one-on-one coaching with myself, you can also get hold of me, and then we can set up a Zoom call and get you sorted.